You're about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places, but most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there.
Jack, what's going on here?
I've just been waiting for y'all to call so that I can join.
I saw all these lights and sirens going by and I thought, oh, Jackson at it again. we didn't even know Jack was going to be here. We just followed the sirens.
You follow sirens, you follow me.
All right, so we're stopped at a 7-Eleven here in Hampton, and we're going to go in here and get some coffee. This is going to be a short trip because we're in Hampton and we're going to Hampton.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Gotta go far.
Kind of.
Yep.
But
Don't
never
have to
know.
go
The night's
far
young. We better record just in case something happens. Eh, Will?
Oh yeah, anything could happen.
All right, like the classic 7-Elevens here. This is kind of a classic layout for a 7-Eleven, huh?
Yeah, but there's only one carafe that has some coffee in it right now, so I'm thinking I'm going to go down and get one of the cappuccino things.
Yeah.
Save some of the coffee for you, right?
Yeah, I might go for the 7 breakfast. Well, somebody got mad at it.
Yeah, white chocolate caramel seems like it's pretty much
Yeah,
rocking
that's
right
a
now.
good option.
Yeah.
What is that?
What's what? It's a cup?
Churracino.
Churracino.
Ah, must be Italian.
I don't think so. I think it's actually Hispanic. A churro. I don't know what a churro is, but
I thought it was more like
sounds nice.
churrino. These are some pretty good snacks. I've seen some other cereal brands that they have in little snack size like this, but we have Captain Crunch, all berries.
And
then
Jeff,
some
they're
Tiger
good without
Paws.
milk.
Are they?
Yes, they
have you
are.
partaked in that?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
It's just as good without the milk.
Captain Crunch is at the top of my list. Not quite as high up as Fruity Pebbles, but it's up there. I do have to point something out here. These cups look very retro. OG to go. Is that like original gangsta?
I don't know, but that is really good.
Perhaps. Jack, what's OG stand for?
What code?
Well, what's OG?
Original gangster.
That's what I thought. Look, does this cup say original gangster on it or what?
Yeah.
It's like the
Original
OG.
gangsters to go.
OG to go. So it's like the original like 1964 cup.
Scarface.
I thought that's what it meant. I asked Jack and he said it was code for something, but I don't know.
It's a code.
Yeah, there you go.
That lid's too big. That's not gonna fit on there.
Yeah, that's too big.
Is it gonna fit on there? Should I have got a bigger cup? We have no lids. Oh man, that's the worst. Like you have the coffee, but I'm gonna have to drink a little bit of this down before we go, I suppose.
I'm thinking so.
It's hot, that's for sure. One thing I do like about 7-Eleven is they have a plethora of wrap snacks. Now these are actually some pretty good chips and other snacks here. I think my favorite is actually Little Boozy, Louisiana Heat. And that's a pretty good one. And they changed the bag layout since they first came out.
Yeah, I heard you had a mustache.
Yeah, I did. I got it in 2018, and we were on the lot looking at Fusions. They had one that was like the titanium edition, top of the line, but it already had 60,000 miles on it. You know, that's when it starts nickel and diming you. So we were like,
Oh,
nah.
that's pretty good.
But then I saw the red Mustang sitting there, and I'm like, oh man, that's nice. Like, how many miles does that have? And the guy's like 11,000. I was like,
That's a
11,000 original miles? Yeah.
Can't beat
Yeah,
that.
you can't beat that.
That's pretty good,
Yeah.
Jack. Huh? You can't beat that like the old ex-wife, huh?
No, what?
So they do have lids.
They were just
They had to
hiding
give them
behind the
just at the counter. I think it's like a security thing so that people can't steal coffee, maybe? I don't know. It's a pretty good idea. Like, you can't go in there and take a cup of coffee and run out the door with it
Yeah,
because
so
it'll be
that-
sloshing all over the place.
That doesn't make any sense.
I think my car's running and I locked the door.
You better go catch it.
You always bust the windows. It's the front window they're worried about. As long as if you bust the side window, they're not gonna mess with you.
So, Will, let me ask you a question, all right?
Yeah.
And you got to kind of, think about this one for a second. You want to think about your
Car's
answer, all right?
running.
Kind of give a good description. Put folks in the scene, all right?
Okay.
So we are going to downtown Hampton on a Friday night.
Yeah.
What can we expect to see down there?
Oh, it's scary down there. I almost dropped my bag. Hey, cut.
So we're heading down here to downtown Hampton, and we have a case that it appears to be something pretty malevolent. It has all the characteristics of another demonic haunting.
Continue for
And
half a mile.
It's crazy because that seems to be the majority of our cases lately have seemed to be something of a demonic nature. I don't know if we're going to be able to run video down there. If we can, of course, we'll put the investigation out there in a separate video.
In a quarter mile,
This is just a little bit of a trip we're taking, so we're just going to kind of focus on that, maybe give a check-in along the time that we're there. But, I don't know. Any thoughts as we're heading down here?
I hope something really happens.
Keep left at the
I
fork.
hope so too, and of the paranormal nature.
Yeah, not of the
No.
manager.
Yeah, because I don't really like downtown Hampton. It's
Continue on I-64
not the
east for
nicest
3
area.
miles.
I think it's pretty nice.
Not the nicest area.
It'll be a good night.
You'd raise your kids there?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely like
Absolutely
downtown
not.
Hampton.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the numbered streets in Richmond by any means, but there is a lot of crime down there. And I think the neighborhood we're going to looks pretty nice. It looks like it's just small, older houses, so I think we're probably fine. But, hopefully. But, yeah, I'm hoping something actually does happen. I doubt something will, but, there's always a chance.
Yeah, you never know. It's always that case where you aren't expecting much, where something happens. And with the demonic cases, I really don't expect much because one of the things, their biggest weapon is deceit, deceiving people into believing that they don't even exist. So if there was evidence out there of demons and significant evidence, and people were actually able to look at it and see that they do exist and how they work in people's lives, then a lot more people would be on guard. And they don't want that. They don't want you to be on guard. So we've noticed that a lot of times when there is something like this involved, it's very quiet throughout the course of the investigation. There is the potential that there's human spirits here, because of some of the activity that's happened, footsteps and some other things that have happened around the house. But this is a case where someone has actually been attacked on quite a few different occasions. So whatever's doing the attacking, like I said, that seems to have signs of a demonic nature. The 3 scratches, the bruising. This person is almost getting beat up in their sleep, so it's pretty intense. All right, so here's Jack, and Jack, you're pulling the equipment behind you here. That's quite a little pulley system you got
Thank
there.
you.
I like that.
Yeah, it's better than carrying it on my person. And then, so I don't have to mess with it, trying to get it on the shoulders and all.
That's right. That's right.
So
Yeah, thanks for taking that in for us, Jack.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're upstairs here, and they hear footsteps walking back and forth up here. And definitely a different sensation up here.
Into the house, yeah.
Some interesting results on our baseline so far. Potentially interesting.
Of the house, supposedly, theoretically, supposed to give spirits a way to pass in and out.
Like how
of the
this
house.
is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
the
she's
mirror
got
on the
another
outer
one.
wall.
She's got another one downstairs in the living room too.
And there's one there's 2 right behind you.
Yeah, well, it's got to be on an exterior wall, like facing the with the outside on the other side
Okay.
of the wall.
But these two are facing each other too.
yeah.
That's
Well,
yeah.
no, they're not facing each other. They're facing.
No, I mean they're facing that one over there, aren't
That's-
they?
yeah.
On the
Yeah,
exterior
they're
wall.
facing it. I mean, they're facing it towards the window, but I think what she's saying, it'll have to
It shouldn't matter.
like on the outside of the house, like
Right.
not
Over
here,
here.
but because it's outside. Like on the other side of it is outside.
Yeah, but she's got one downstairs too.
What's that, Jack? What's that little door there?
There's a little lock.
Is a little man in there?
Little crawl
Yeah,
space door.
Will just mentioned that.
What if you open it up and a little man came running out?
Me, little imp.
Yeah.
Probably
Came-
trying to meet him.
Started to gnaw on your ankles. What would you do? Will, would you help him or would you run?
Probably try to kick the dude and then run.
No, you push Jeff down and try to travel over and push me aside.
I mean, if he's short, you could probably just kick him. Or we could all just stomp him in a circle. Like ring around the rosy. Seen that little movie once.
So one thing I like to do is walk around with these aura glasses on. Haven't seen them exactly work yet for detecting auras of any kind, but they're supposed to have these color exciting dyes and a couple of other things in them that help you see auras. Oh, that's someone at the door. Okay. But it's definitely worth trying because I always like to experiment with stuff and try these at quite a few different investigations. And like I said, no real results yet, but you never know. Wow, and there it stopped. So just...
Yo, is that like... I don't know if it's dust or what, but I'm still like...
That's interesting. I mean, it was going crazy for a while.
I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah. The only time I've seen it go for a long time is like when it starts fading and the battery dies, you know, like at the very end. But we're back to a solid red.
Even Zach Bagans hasn't done that. Look at that kind of footage.
I mean, yeah, that was going on for like a minute or two.
I'm
All right.
seeing like these crazy like orbs or balls of light, but I can't tell if they're dust or not. But they'll go in front of the phone and then they'll disappear.
I'm going to turn the light on here to see if I can get any of the
All right.
balls of light. But I know I seen them. I'm pretty sure I saw them earlier when I was recording with this camera. I saw some like the dust notes and stuff. But
Oh shit.
What slingshot?
The thing that's up there, the slinky.
so Jack, I hear you have a real box over here. Where is
This-
that real box?
That's the Riddle Box over here.
The real box?
That's the Riddle Box.
Oh,
The
right.
riddle box.
Yep.
Tell me a riddle.
I don't think it works that way.
It asks yes or no questions,
chicken cross the road?
and the spirit will answer yes or no. Green is yes, and red would be no. It's just like this. This is well.
No, it's not gonna work.
It did work a second.
Yeah, it was
ago.
working just a moment ago.
So this isn't the real box, though.
There we go. Green is yes. Red is no.
So where does one acquire a riddle box?
I got that from some attic.
Someone's attic?
Yeah, it's
Or you bought it from an attic? Like an addict?
the attic attic junkie.
Oh, nice. We should go see if we can find some attic junkies to buy paranormal
Wouldn't
equipment
mind
from.
going there.
What are your thoughts on tonight's investigation?
It was very interesting, especially when my battery, when they were fully charged, they all of a sudden just drained. But you know, it's just, it was interesting also when I was going with my going around my K2 meter, that areas that were going off, spiking, that for no reason or another. But I say it was pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was real good. Other than like I said, I could use my camcorder.
Jack, that's your fusion there. How do you like the fusion?
Oh, I love it. I love the fusion.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like the color too. It's
Oh,
a very nice color.
Dallas Cowboy colors.
Oh, you like the Dallas Cowboys, huh?
I love the Dallas Cowboys.
Nobody's perfect.
Oh,
Even Jack.
yeah, I got Cowboys right here. Right,
Oh yeah.
And of course I got the Cowboys things for the air, you know,
Oh yeah.
plugs.
The air fresheners and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. I love this car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat a Ford.
Can't beat a Ford.
Oh yeah.
Dressing up those nachos here at the
Oh yeah. That's the good
7-Eleven.
stuff. Yeah. Put a little tomato on there.
Yeah. Some jalapenos there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look good. Those almost look like restaurant quality right now.
I don't know about that, but I'll put some jalapenos on there for you, baby. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be good. Piled high with jalapenos.
Yeah.
That's the way to make the nachos.
If I can get them without getting too much of the juice. There
we
you
go.
go. That's it.
So I went in there for a hot dog, and it was kind of like the investigation with the things that go missing. Like, I walked in, there were hot dogs on the rollers.
Yeah, and then they were gone.
Walked
Boom.
back, got my big gulp, and the hot dogs were gone. And I thought, Will must have been in here, you know, taking the hot dogs and moving them to some other place. So I had to go with some nachos loaded up here. So we're gonna tear into these things and see what they look like here. All right. So our nachos are pretty similar, I think. Right? How are they?
They're very good. Very good. Sometimes you go to a place and it doesn't, one of the 7-Elevens, it doesn't quite have as many side items to put on the nachos, you know, but here it's actually pretty fresh and all this, they have a good variety of stuff. But I go with just a little bit of chili, a lot of cheese, onions, tomatoes, and the jalapenos.
That's the way
I
to
think
go.
Jeff got the salsa though.
I did. I got a lot of everything. Chili, cheese, onions, tomatoes or pico de gallo, whatever it was. Chili, jalapenos, some other things that I may be forgetting to mention. But yeah, I'm excited about this. So here we go. That's a good nacho. Want one more?
No, I think you should get them with the packy chip. Those would be some good nachos.
Make some packy chip nachos
Oh yeah.
with jalapenos and chili and everything else in there.
Oh, yeah. Add to the heat.
Like, you're talking about the one chip challenge? Like, get a bunch of the one chips?
Like 25 one chips, throw them on a plate.
Oh man, that's like $700 worth of nachos.
It tastes like dog food.
It's only $11.
We could try it with the ghost pepper ones. Those are pretty hot.
I feel like it would be too hot. Way too hot. You wouldn't be able to finish that.
You talking about the ghost pepper or the one chip?
The one chip.
Oh, the one chip, yeah.
I couldn't even finish one.
That would be too much. Like, after I finished that one, like, my stomach was destroyed for the rest of the night
It'd probably be in the ER.
from one chip. Yeah, that'd pump in your stomach.
Literally.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A fairly short trip,
Yep.
but a little bit of gas, a little bit of
A
grub.
little bit of grub.
And perhaps a little bit of ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't know. That investigation, it will be posted in a separate video.
Yeah.
It probably won't be a case file. It's probably just be a regular old investigation video,
Yeah.
kind of show you what went on there. As we did take plenty of video.
We did.
And perhaps some interesting things. I don't know.
Yep. Maybe.
We'll see what happens. But I think before we wrap it up here, there's only one thing left to do.